Hi, welcome back to Harmonies from Home. This is the first episode of a series of music theory lessons taught by a couple members of our organization. I'm Amy, and today we'll be going over basic rhythm and time signatures. Hopefully this will be a helpful introduction to musical notation. First off, what is music theory? Basically, it's the study of the core aspects of music, providing us with skills to read and write music. Music theory is extremely important for developing musicians, so we're going to have many upcoming videos to lead you through numerous concepts. Today, we're going to focus on an essential part of musical notation, which is time signatures. If you've played any sort of instrument before, you know what basic sheet music and musical notation looks like. In Western musical notation, each staff has 5 horizontal lines with 4 spaces in between them. A note will be placed on either a line or the space in between the lines, and then we can determine what the pitch is. You might know time signatures as those fraction-looking things in the beginning of our staves, such as 3/4, 6/8, 4/4, and 2/4. To understand time signature, we're going to go over meter, which is based on rhythm. Rhythm is the way music is divided into pulses. This is extremely important in music as it provides a basis for keeping the beat, allowing our music to stay in time. Common rhythms include eighth notes, quarter notes, half notes, and whole notes. You can probably guess from their names how many beats per measure they represent. Assuming that we're in 4/4 time, one measure could be made up of 8 eighth notes. Another measure in 4/4 time could be made up of 4 quarter notes. We could also have a measure with 2 half notes, or a measure with 1 whole note. Later, we're going to take a look at how maybe some measures will get filled up with just 3 quarter notes per measure. Although the length of the quarter note will stay the same, changing the time signature from 4/4 to something else can change how many we can fit in one measure. We may be familiar with the different fractions at the beginning of the staves. One example, like we just went over, is 4/4. But what do they mean? To find out the meaning of the upper number, we have to see the number of divisions per measure. This can be categorized into 2 groups, simple and compound. Simple meter means each beat is divided into 2 parts. The upper numbers of the fraction are usually 2, 3, or 4, meaning 2, 3, or 4 basic pulses in a measure. Compound meter means that the beat is divided into groups of 3 parts. The upper numbers of the fraction are usually 6, 9, or 12. This is because each beat has some sort of dotted note. The bottom number represents the length of one note, such as eighth, quarter, or half note. To find the meaning of the lower number, we look at the division of the beat. This is categorized into 3 sections: duple, triple, and quadruple. Duple means 2 basic pulses, triple is 3, and quadruple is 4. This may be confusing at first, but visualizing it may help. As we can see, the upper number shows the number of beats per measure. It'll be either simple or compound. The lower number represents the divisions of each beat. This will be duple, triple, or quadruple. For example, 2/4 means there will be a total of 2 quarter notes in one measure. Furthermore, 2/4 is simple duple. Duple means there are 2 beats per measure. Simple means that each of these beats can be divided into 2 notes. 3/4 is classified as a simple triple. The triple means there will be 3 beats in every measure. The simple means that each of these beats can be divided into 2 notes. Furthermore, 4/4 is a simple quadruple because one measure has 4 beats, which can be divided into 2 notes. Think of it like conducting. For example, 6/8 meter means there are 6 eighth notes per measure. This is considered duple because the measure will be divided into 2 groups of 3. Instead of conducting all 6 eighth notes, the conductor will beat the 1st and 4th eighth notes. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Basically, the measure is split up into 2 parts. The reason 6/8 is considered compound is what we just established. There are 2 groups of 3. The 3 makes 6/8 compound duple and not simple triple. Meters that do not go into the above categories are asymmetrical meters. This means that the pulse cannot be divided into equal groups of 2, 3, or 4 beats. The upper number is usually a 5 or a 7. Some examples include 5/4, 5/8, 5/16, 7/4, 7/8, and 7/16. 5/4 means there are 5 quarter notes in a measure. 5/16 means there will be 5/16 notes, in one measure. So today we've learned a bit about time signatures and meters. This was a lot of information at once, so make sure you check out our description box for helpful resources. Thank you so much for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to Harmonies from Home. Hope to see you in our next music theory lesson.